When it comes to the American economy, one phrase heard from the lips of any and every candidate is the future of small business, considered by many to be the real backbone of what makes the American machine profitable across the board. But ask any small business owner and they'll tell you chapter and verse how tough it is to make ends meet in any economy, any president, any political party. Far too often, the entrepreneurial spirit that made this country great just isn't enough to make ends meet. They need some help. Let's give them that help. Our next guest is a noted businesswoman who failed at more than 20 jobs before putting some unconventional business ideas to work. She is now a wealthy real estate investor, business advisor, who parses out advice on the hit reality show Shark Tank. Let's go swim with the sharks, if you will. A pleasure to welcome Barbara Corcoran to the Hard Line. Barbara, I want to thank you so much for being here. And we're going to go ahead. Let's put some meat to the shark teeth here then for these small business owners, because you're involved in an award here for 3 small businesses. You're ready to give them $10,000. But it's to help the marketing efforts. Isn't that what a lot of small businesses miss most often, is marketing what they have and getting it out there?
Yeah, this is a contest offered by On Deck, and all you have to do is go to their Facebook page, On Deck, or my own, to apply for the contest. But you are right, there's 3 winners, and each get $10,000. But what you failed to mention, I think the best part of the contest is they get to meet with me in New York, where I can actually sit down and help them with their business. But you asked, should they be spending their money on marketing efforts? It's entirely up to the small business owner. Each person is in their own space. It's up to them to ask themselves the question, how could I wisely spend the $10,000 prize? And you write it down and tell us, and that's how we will pick the winner. I don't know what they're going to spend it on, but one thing I know for sure is we'll be able to appreciate who has the best ideas and who's going to spend the money wisely. I think,
and there it is, you said that word twice in there, wisely, and wisely spend it. When we start small businesses, we all have great ideas, great passions for what we do. Yet I think in this day and age, you can't miss social media. You can't miss getting the word out there, because again, it used to be location, location, location. Now it's marketing, marketing, marketing in many ways.
Well, in a real way, social media is location, location, location. You have to be found in the right places where your customers are actually going to utilize your services. You need to make sure you have a presence, not everywhere, or you'll be busy all day long posting this, posting that, but the mediums that make the most sense for you. But if you're not found, people are not going to buy, and that's the essence of all small business, is sales. And so when I was using the word wisely, it's amazing to me how often with the entrepreneurs that I invest in, the first 2 things they always want to spend money on is, let's hire a good public relations company that's going to get us a lot of publicity. That gets you in the arena of sales, but it's not the same as a face-to-face sales call where you can actually leave with an order. And the second thing that people are always running to spend money on is, I'm going to get a patent. I'm going to get a patent on this great idea before they even have one sale. Why spend money and make your attorney rich when nobody even wants to buy your idea, and yet you're still going to lock it up in a patent? You got plenty of time for that once you have a lot of sales.
So, Barbara, there you go. You mentioned one of the most important things here. 60 seconds I have left. Somebody gets to come to New York. They get to sit down with you. You've been successful. You've been there. You've made the mistakes before, and you've gotten through. So in the short time we have left, when they sit down with you, what are you going to try to drill right through to them and say, you better understand this because it's the only way to be successful?
I'm going to listen first. What have you done that has generated business before? I'm going to pay a lot of attention to that, because generally the answer in building a small business in year 2, 3, or 4 is doing a lot more of what's working. You'd be shocked at how people don't realize where their sales came from. That's number 1. And then we're going to put a dollar value on every customer that came in and see where we can get the biggest bang for the buck. Because in the end, if you're not making sales, you're not going to build a business. But we're also going to talk about how they're going to spend that $10,000. It's nice to walk into a meeting with actual cash to be spent versus cash you wish you spent, and that's what happens if you go online On Deck and enter that contest.
It runs through December the 25th. If you want additional information, a link to the contest rules, go to On Deck's Facebook page at facebook.com/On Deck Capital, and you're going to get a chance, 3 businesses, to swim with one of the really great business sharks in this country, and that is absolutely worth the time. Barbara Corcoran.
I'm looking forward.
There you go. Thank you so much, Barbara. A pleasure to have you on the show. Good luck with the contest. Good luck with the show. Stay with us, everybody. The fastest 60 minutes of news, The Hard Line, continues.